Hey guys, my name's John from ActiveJR.com, and in this video we're doing a hands-on review of the Garmin Vivoactive 3. Now yesterday Garmin invited me to an event called Garmin Live, and this was in London, and it was a chance to look at all the new Garmin products in an interactive display and have a look around at some of the new wearables, some of the new virtual reality kit they're bringing out, and also more important, to meet the Garmin gurus and some of the product managers that are responsible for these products. So before we get started, I just want to point out in the links below there's links to Amazon, and at the moment the Garmin Vivoactive is £30 or $30 cheaper on Amazon than anywhere else. Now the reason for this is because Amazon got the pricing wrong. Now I did point this out to the Garmin guys yesterday, and they said, yeah, we've made Amazon aware of this and it will be getting corrected. So what you need to do is head over to Amazon and via the links place the order, and then you guarantee that cheaper price. I'm not sure when they're going to put it up. They may leave it, but we'll certainly guarantee the price that you pay, so you can grab yourself a bargain. Also subscribe to my channel, as it's really appreciated, and also give it a thumbs up if you like this video. And if you've got a question or a comment, please leave it below and I'll do my best to answer it. And finally, check out my website ActiveJR.com, where I've got plenty of other information on this watch and other fitness information and reviews. So thanks very much. Let's get straight into the video. Okay, before we get into the main review, I just want to tackle something that's been coming up on the various different comments in my videos, on forums and other people's videos. Lots of people that are Fenix 5 owners are complaining this watch has come out and they feel a bit shortchanged, and I just want to hit it straight off before I go into the details. This is not a competitor to Fenix 5. The Fenix 5 is a premium GPS fitness watch. This watch that I'm going to talk you through, which is a Garmin Vivoactive 3, is a mid-range watch, and you'll see by some of the features it's got and also some of the features it's lacking. Now if you're using about 60 to 70% of the features in the Garmin Fenix 5, then the Vivoactive 3 won't be enough for you. It lacks some of the features and some of the capabilities of the Fenix 5. So anyone that's worried and thinking Garmin's brought something out and I've only bought the Fenix 5, then don't panic. It's simply that it looks similar, but in terms of features, in terms of capability, it doesn't have a patch on the Fenix 5, but it's certainly a watch that fits into its own place. Starting with the design, the Garmin Vivoactive 3 is made of a fiber composite stainless steel body. Now this is similar to the Fenix 5, and it's got a stainless steel bezel. Now feeling the actual device and actually touching it, it's a premium build. I don't think it's as good as a Fenix 5, but it is a premium build and it feels solid. It's pretty lightweight, it's very discreet on the wrist. However, it's still got that solid feel to it, still got a solid build, and I did like it. I think it was very comfortable, and I thought, yeah, okay, this is a watch that people are going to be able to wear day in, day out. It features a silicone band which has quick release, not quick fit. Quick release works in the exact same way, so you can swap the bands out. Didn't actually get any video of me swapping the bands out, but I did do it and it worked really well. It's a simple catch that goes at the back and you simply take the band off. It's also got a home button. Now this home button is used to get back to the main watch face. However, it's also used to start an activity and stop an activity. Most of the interaction is done via the touchscreen, and this is pretty good, and I'll talk more on that in a second. But it's also got the new side swipe technology, which is a side swipe capability that allows you to swipe between menus, but also when you're in an activity, it allows you to swipe between the screens. Moving on to the menus have been slightly upgraded, and the interface has been slightly upgraded on the Vivoactive 3. Now you'll still have the familiar design in terms of the interface, but some things have slightly changed and it feels more fluid. It seems that it works a lot better. All the navigating is done either through the touchscreen or from the side swipe, and this works really well. Certainly when I was using it, I didn't have many misses, and it seemed to respond really well, both the side navigation and the screen. There's also some new animations, so when you're saving a setting or you're saving an activity, there is new animations to show you that it's saving, and then once it's complete. I think this is a nice touch. Whilst some people might think this is a bit boring, it's still a nice touch, and it shows that Garmin are trying to update their interfaces and based on customer feedback. One of the big things about the menus and the user interface is I feel that Garmin have really got it right between hardware and software. They've managed to get the hardware on the watch working well with the software and actually being complementary, and I think this is a big plus for this device. You can also customize the activity screens. So the activity screens can have up to 4 screens and one which is a mandatory HR field. Now, each screen can have up to 4 data fields, but just a point to note, if you choose to have 4 data points, you've got to have 4 data points across all the screens. You can't do what you can do with a Fenix series and have, say, 4 on one, 2 on the other, 4 on the other, 3 on the other. It's either 1 on them all, 2 on them all, 3 on them all. You get my drift. Also as well, if you choose 4, only the 2 middle ones can be customized. The 2 on the outside are ones which are based on the 2 in the middle. So really you only get 2 data screens you can customize. Not sure why this is, and when I did ask Garmin, they said it's because they couldn't fit all of the data points on the screen, so this is the only way of achieving that. I think they could, however, they obviously know best. You can also customize the watch faces, and there's watch faces that come with the device, and these are some of them that come with it. You also can download watch faces from the iQ Connect store, along with a number of apps. Now, I did ask how much memory this device had, and they couldn't give me any figure. However, what they said was there'd be enough memory to install enough apps for the average user. One of the other neat features is accessing the settings menu is done by slightly pushing down on the screen. This brings you into the settings menu, where you can then use either the screen to scroll through or the side swipe. So moving on to that screen, the screen is a touch screen, as I've already mentioned, and it works really well. I didn't get many misses when I was scrolling through the screens, and one of the good things as well, it was really hot in the venue and my hands were pretty clammy, and I was still able to use the touch screen when my hands were wet. So that's a real positive. And another positive as well, the side swipe also works really well when my hands were wet, so that's pretty good. The screen is very easy to read, it's very bright, and the colours are very vivid. I think this is a real plus point of this screen, and I think it's really good. The other thing as well, it's got Corning glass, which is a similar glass which is on your smartphone, and it's pretty strong. Now, the Fenix 5 does come with a sapphire option, and there's no sapphire option for this watch. So moving on to the fitness features, it comes with 15 preloaded, and there is some others hidden deep in the menu. One of the things that I found out is you can add activities if you choose to do so and rename them. So if you want to add something that's not already in there, you can do that, and you also can remove activities as well. The biggest things that are missing are triathlon mode. It doesn't have that, and it also has no open water. When I was speaking to the Garmin rep about this, we both agreed that actually this device is aimed at someone that's looking for a steady fitness device, and if you are someone that's into triathlons and open water swimming, then a Garmin Fenix 5 or a Forerunner is probably the watch you're going to go for, given the added features you get with that device and what this watch is actually designed for. It's also got an Elevate HR sensor in the back. Now, this is the new 2017 sensor. This is the same one that's featured in the Garmin Fenix 5 and the Forerunner 935. So it's a new sensor, and based on my experience of using the Fenix 5 sensor, it's really good for running and walking activities and general fitness activities. Where I think it will fall down is when it comes to cycling or anything involving the wrist, but this is the same with any HR sensor. Also got all-day stress tracking. Now, you can see this when you scroll through the widgets and look at that data, but you also can get more an in-depth look when you look on the Garmin Connect app. One of the things it lacks training status and training load. Now this is a feature that's reserved for the premium watches and the premium Edge series, the 1030, and it's something that's not included. Now again, I can understand why it's not included. It's about giving you advanced data, and for someone that is certainly feeding information from power meters, running dynamics, all host of other sensors that are not compatible with this device, then you're not particularly looking at this watch, you'll be looking at a high-end watch. So I can understand why these are not included. It's a bit of a shame, however, you know, it's something that's not there. So moving on to sensor support, the Vivoactive 3 also supports smart Bluetooth. Now this will work with a variety of different sensors, but it also supports ANT+. And as I previously said in another video that it would support power meters, it actually doesn't support power meters. I've had this confirmed by the Garmin reps, and also by looking through the menus, there's no option to add a power meter. And when I did actually try to add it to the Vector 3 pedals, it simply wouldn't add it. It simply didn't find them. So it certainly doesn't work. It does, however, support a whole host of different sensors, from heart rate monitors, the FootPod, Verb, and the Garmin Viera series. It also doesn't support the Garmin HR Try and the Garmin HR Run. Now I'm not sure if it simply won't connect to them, or it simply won't use the running dynamics data. It certainly doesn't have running dynamics, and that's something that you need to go to the Fenix or the Forerunner. So I'll have to wait and see when I get review unit whether my HR Try will connect to this particular watch. Now moving on to Garmin Pay, this is a new contactless payment system. Now one thing I did find out is that it'll be US only launch, so Garmin Pay will only work in the US at launch. In the UK and Europe, it's probably going to be coming by the end of the year according to the Garmin rep. However, it's not down to them, it's all down to the banks. Garmin are saying they're ready, they've got all their systems in place, all the technology's there. It's simply waiting for the banks and the card providers to authenticate them and get them ready. Okay, so my conclusion based on my couple of hours with this device, it's a solid watch. It's got great build quality and it looks really nice. It looks similar to a Garmin Fenix 5, but when you have it in your hands, it's certainly lighter, and it doesn't seem as premium as a Garmin Fenix 5. But I don't want to dumb it down too much and say that it doesn't feel good, because it does. You know, it's a really good fitness watch, and you can tell that Garmin have spent a lot of time designing this. Certainly when it comes to the interface and the hardware, they seem to be really working well together. The touchscreen particularly works really well, and I'm not a massive fan of touchscreens, but the side swipe works incredibly well as well. Hopefully that'll come to the future Fenix models, because it's certainly something that I would enjoy using, especially when I'm out doing an activity. Now for me, this is a device that is for someone that's looked at the Fenix 5 or the Forerunner and thought it's too expensive for me, or somebody that's looked at the Fenix 5 or Forerunner and thought that's too much of a device for me. This is a great choice for them. Just does enough in terms of fitness features, and it also allows you to have something which is a big step up from what I would call an activity tracker, such as a Fitbit Alta or a Vivo Sport. This is a big step up for somebody, but it won't overwhelm them in terms of features. So guys, thanks very much for watching this video. That's the end. If you've got any comments or questions, please leave them below. Also subscribe to my channel, and if you've liked this video, give it a thumbs up. Thanks very much. I'll speak to you all soon.